Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel, guys. So please, as I always say, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. We almost at 900. Can you believe, guys? Like 900 is a big feat. And thank you to those who have subscribed. You are really important. But yeah, before we get into the hectic things, let's just subscribe, like, and comment. But yeah, guys, let's get to it. The big news today is the news of Kaizer Motaung Senior, Kaizer Motaung Senior's birthday, chatting about that, and the one that you all want, the player that is being linked to Kaizer Chiefs, that is gonna be the replacement of Keegan Dolly. I'll tell you about that in a bit. But yeah, Kaizer Motaung Senior celebrated his birthday. And we just have to acknowledge, guys, we are all Kaizer Chiefs supporters because of that man. That man who decided to go overseas, live his dreams as a footballer, come back and start Kaizer Chiefs. Um, and like everything he has done for not just Kaizer Chiefs, but for South African football in general. I remember how much Pizzo used to love coming to Kaizer Chiefs, etc., just because of how much he respects Kaizer Motaung Senior. And yeah, we are here today not because of Bobby, not because of Junior, not because of Jessica or the other daughter, I forgot it's Koke or something like that. I don't know. Not because of any of that. We are here today because of Kaizer Motaung Senior, who started this beautiful club and who turned 79. You know what? Sometimes age sometimes robs us of age and time robs us of really quality people, because I just feel like we need another 60 years of a young Kaizer Motaung Senior, because yeah, now at this point I feel like we all have to accept that he's going to go further and further away from Kaizer Chiefs and focus more on retiring and not being too much in the Kaizer Chiefs business, because he's not a spring chicken like his kids. He's old now. So thank you, Kaizer Motaung Senior. We really love what you did with the club and we really appreciate it. And we really pray that your kids can continue to light the legacy that you started. Your ability to identify talented players, your ability to identify talented coaches, your ability to be respected by each and every individual in the South African fraternity. That's why signing big players was easier back in the days, just because of how much people respected you. Your ability to make Kaizer Chiefs a world football brand. That is all you, Kaizer Motaung Senior, and we are here today because of you. But yeah, after that, let's now get to the news that everyone's wanting. The player that is going to be replacing, or not going to be, but is rumored. These rumors are courtesy of Sokala Dumokikov, one of the two. I forgot which one I looked at. And yeah, guys, I found it interesting. So, you know what these publications do? When someone starts to shine or whatever, they start linking that person to Kaizer Chiefs just to get some, flow, etc. For example, Usasman once played for Chiefs, but now forever until he dies, he will be called the former Kaizer Chiefs player. In publication titles, it will always be like former Kaizer Chiefs player, Sassman. I'm like, the amount of years he spent at Kaizer Chiefs and the amount of years he spent at AX Cape Town are very different. So you must call him a former AX Cape Town player. Start there before you come to Chiefs. He's even a former Swallows player. So why don't they start there? Why must they start by us and put us in every news just because we sell papers here at Kaizer Chiefs? But yeah, so the player linked to Kaizer Chiefs is, well, it's said in the thing that he is like considered to be a Keegan Dolly replacement, and that is Tashreeq Matthews. He was playing for Cape Town Spurs when he was young. I played for Cape Town Spurs, and then he got signed by Borussia Dortmund. And Borussia Dortmund, he went there as a youngster. He was trying to make it at Borussia Dortmund. He didn't make it, unfortunately, but then now he's just been jumping here and there in Europe, in smaller Nyana nations and stuff, lower divisions, trying to make his way. But these couple of seasons he's been doing well, and I think but obviously it's very relative. Saying someone is doing well at a high league and saying someone is doing well at a low league are two different things. When someone is doing well at a low league, you expect them to just become in Europe, especially when someone's doing well in a lower league. Yeah, when they come to South Africa, some may shine, some will be okay, but like a lot of times they're not gonna be the best, but they'll be fine. They'll be, let's just say, just slightly above average of a PSL player. But if someone is doing well in a top league that side, generally they come back and they become stars. But Dorsey came back, became stars, but issue is that mentally he's not, he wasn't right. Ralani came back, was a star. All of those things, you can see that these guys were star players. Were playing in a proper, like a good league. But yeah, Tashreeq Matthews, he's a skinny guy, very skinny. So it's for me, I don't think you can call him a Keegan Dolly replacement. He doesn't even play with his left. So I don't know what Soccer Latuma or Kickoff was thinking, saying is a Dolly replacement. Nothing about those two matches in terms of how they play. The one thing that Tashreeq Matthews is more of is he's more of a number 10 than he is a winger or number 8, etc. Whereas we can see Dolly can play 10, winger 8. He's built for all of those positions, but Tashreeq Matthews seems more built for a number 10 role because, yeah, he's very light. That's the best way I can put it. So defenders can easily outpower him, and it's not like he's young. So it seems like his body naturally doesn't want to gain a lot of muscle. So if I can make an example of his body, if anyone remembers how Dane Clade used to look, yeah, Dane Clade is basically Tashreeq Matthews has a Dane Clade like body. Yes, Dane Clade used to play as a winger, but Dane Clade was a very traditional winger. I mean, he was there for crosses, and all of those things. So Dane Clade, you can argue, was built for that. Tashreeq, I don't think is built for a wing. I think is more built for number 10, etc. Is he a good replacement? Yes. No. I will say no, in the sense, Yoguti, it's unfair to say he's a Dolly replacement. I don't think you can replace Dolly like that. But is he good enough for Chiefs? I think it could be. It's difficult for me to rate him when he's only been playing in lower leagues. But in what I've seen, in the highlights I've seen, he's been doing well. So I think he can come to Chiefs and do well. But I know you guys are tired of me saying this, but he needs the right coaching. Because even in Europe, when in Europe, a lot of the times they want finished players, a finished product. They don't have time to coach you. And that is why a lot of South African young players struggle going overseas. Even the likes of Kermit Erasmus struggled going overseas. Bernard Parker struggled going overseas because European teams want you to be something. And if you're not that, they don't have time to coach you. So you have to coach yourself. And that is what South African young players lack. They lack coaching. So if you come to South Africa, if the boy comes to South Africa, he's going to need to find Chiefs in a space where the coaching is 100%, there's systems to develop the younger players. And if we are failing to develop a player like Nkosi Ngcobo, because let me tell you, the player most closest to Tashreeq Matthews is actually Nkosi Ngcobo, and you can already see Nkosi Ngcobo is sitting bench. Maybe Tashreeq has a bit more pace, but they are more creative like number 10s. And if Ngcobo is feeling like this, hey, I worry about the future because if I always say this, take Nkosi Ngcobo and put him in Sundowns and watch him get starting lineup because he is the easiest replacement for Thembazwane. Easiest. Easy. Is like putting Ngcobo for Thembazwane is easy because Thembazwane doesn't have to be the fastest player in Sundowns. He just has to make sure he's creative. And you all see Themba plays at his own pace. And that's what I fear. We have players that we don't play to their abilities. Mdushabalala, Samkelo Zwane, Nkosimpile Ngcobo, Mashiane we know plays more of a wing back. He's not a natural left back. But when we're trying to win, we never make a system where he can play a wing back. So for example, when we were playing Cape Town City, when we were losing, what we were meant to do is just change the formation, make it a 3-5-2, put Mashiane on the left, say Mashiane hit those crosses, put two strikers in the front. But that's neither here nor there. Tell me what you guys think about Tashreeq Matthews. Do you like him? Do you not like him? Tell me what you think. And happy birthday, Kaizer. And please subscribe to the channel, guys. That's the most important. Subscribe.